Hi, it's Linda from CreativePLR.com, and I'm in my favorite tool that I use most often. It's Book Publisher Tools, and it's the puzzles. I have, I think, every single puzzle that he's ever come out with, and I'm going to tell you, I've been using it for probably 12 years. So I first started when he first started coming out with, you could make papers like digital papers. There were PowerPoint add-ins. There were all sorts of tools he was creating, but when he started with the puzzles, I was all in. And I have a lifetime license because before, I think July 1st, if you had purchased it, you had a lifetime license. Now it's on a subscription model and you only buy the pieces that you want. But since I have been using it for so long and for so many things, it's more than paid for itself with me. Now, let me show you how I do bingo cards. I can do mazes, so I have mazes. I have Sudoku. I have a word star. I have all kinds of things. But bingo, I love the most. And the reason I love bingo is, first of all, I use it in my classroom. This is something that I've used for all 12 years in my classroom. I put the answers to math problems on the cards, and then the students have to solve the problem to get a bingo. Some classes we go without a bingo. There are some others we have lots of bingos. So sometimes I use the numbers, but you don't have to use just numbers. You can have a text. You could have words on there. So if you're making bingo cards for younger kids, you could show them pictures and you have words like their Dolch sight words. You could have tree, sun, cat, dog, other, that kind of thing. So that works great too. So numbers, you can do Roman numerals. Roman numerals are kind of fun. And I've done several books for KDP for just Sudoku and bingo and that kind of thing. But my favorite right now is using the images. And so I'm going to show you how easy this is. And so I'm going to go look for one of the files that I have on pictures and then show you how fast it is to create a bingo card. Of course, we all know I'm in love with my monsters right now. So I'm just going to go here. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on the monster and it's going to load in there. And I need 25 to do this. And we all know I've got more than 25. I've got 50. So you could actually make 2 sets if you wanted. I wouldn't suggest that. People would get very confused when they're playing, but it is a possibility. Okay, so that took about 4 minutes to get all 25 on there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over under Style. And I'm going to decide, do I want to change anything there? I like the font the way it is. I'm going to look at the free spot. Yes, I want a free square. I want it right in the center. You can have it random if you want. I think that's so odd. I'm a very traditional person. How many puzzles do I want? Well, this is a nice thing. You can make as many puzzles as you want. For the classroom, I always do 40. While I have over 30 students in the class, I always like some extras. There's always somebody in the room complaining that they're not winning. You know, they haven't got a single one. So I say, hey, if you want to trade your card, you can. And what's really funny is the people that usually change their cards and turn their old card in, somebody comes up and takes their old card and they win on that. And the person that changed cards, and turned in that old card doesn't win. So I've got 40 puzzles and 2 calling cards. So that's going to have all 25 images on there so you can check them off as you go. And then I think that's it. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to create 40 bingo cards. Now, I'm not going to time it. Oh, look how cute they are. Now, the other thing I wasn't careful about, I wasn't careful to make sure I didn't duplicate a monster. That occasionally happens, and I would be more careful with that if I didn't have extras. But I don't think I did duplicate. I think I was pretty careful. But I will examine that very carefully. Now, it does save not only the images that are PNG, it also saves them in a PowerPoint file and in a PDF file. So you have options of how you want to use them. I like using the PNG and I put them in Canva on a just a plain background with, a bingo with a heading bingo and usually an image of one of the little monsters. And they can do that. So it's a fun way, an easy way. You saw it from start to finish. So the bingo cards are completed. We just go put them in Canva, and it's that simple. And it took less than 10 minutes to create 40 bingo cards and 2 calling cards. The only other thing that I do is the calling card, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is the calling card. The only other thing I do is I take all the images and I put them in a single square in Canva. You can cut them out, cut out the individual squares, and they're usually about 2.5 to 3 inches. And put them in a jar, shake the jar, and you can pull out one and you say, oh, I've got the purple monster that doesn't look happy, he's got blue hair, and then everybody looks for it. Okay, so I've used these for years. I've sold bingo cards, I've sold them on Etsy, I've used them in the classroom, I've sold them with activity books, and last year, and I couldn't sell this because it's copyrighted, last year in the classroom, I had a themed Grinch classroom. There was a big foot-tall Grinch, and we had Grinch bingo. Obviously, I can't sell those, they're copyrighted, but everybody had so much fun with that. So I hope this was helpful. I'm not an affiliate of Book Publisher Tools. It's just a tool that I've used so many times over the years, and I know that the person behind the business is always so helpful and wants everybody to do well with this products. And so I just thought I would share a tool that creates a unique product very quickly. Hope this was helpful, and you will start making some bingo cards. Whatever program you use, I know you're going to have a great time. Until next time, keep creating.